In Brazil, at the closing of the G20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro, several issues were on the agenda. More details in the following report by Andre Vieira.
The G20 summit ended on Tuesday in Rio de Janeiro after 2 days of debates. President Lula Silva highlighted the creation of the global mobilization against climate change and also recalled that the countries of the bloc are responsible for 80% of greenhouse gas emissions and called for effective action by the economic powers.
To the developed members of the G20, I propose that they anticipate their 2050 climate neutrality targets by 2040 or until 2045. Without assuming their historical responsibilities, rich nations will have no credibility for the ambition of others.
Amid much debate, the most effective action of the G20 at the Rio de Janeiro summit was the creation of the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty. 82 countries signed the commitment initially, but other nations are also joining. During his television program on Monday, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro announced the accession from Caracas.
I told Foreign Minister Ivan Gil to call the Brazilian Foreign Minister and tell him that Venezuela agrees with President Lula's proposal and we are modestly prepared, with our experience of the food programs of the revolution created by Commander Chavez and created by me, to modestly join the Great Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty summoned by President Lula da Silva.
The Venezuelan president's pronouncement was welcomed by the Brazilian government.
I think this is important. There are 82 countries that have joined the Global Alliance Against Hunger. If more countries can join, it is important. This is an issue that plagues the world. This is a problem that must be confronted. It is not possible for us to coexist in the 21st century with hungry people.
In the final declaration, the countries expressed concern about the situation in Palestine, Lebanon, Ukraine, reaffirmed the commitment to energy transition, taxing the super-rich, and governance reform. But experts question the effective actions of the G20.
It is not with global alliances against hunger and poverty in spaces such as the G20 that we will succeed in replicating China's success in other parts of the global south. We need a new policy.
South Africa assumed the presidency of the G20 and will be the fourth developing country to hold this position after Indonesia, India, and Brazil, and the first African country to do so.